Hey everybody, it's the Herb Guy with the Elder Herb Shop. Welcome back to Where Science Meets Nature, a channel where we discuss the medicinal value of plants and other natural substances found in nature all around us, with a little bit of science thrown in because we can. Today, we're going to talk about this little beauty, the chicory plant. Now, the reason why I chose the chicory plant is because it was convenient. It was convenient in that I was already going to harvest some today, and you don't necessarily just use the root. Now, most people who do herbs assume that it's just the chicory root that has the benefits, and for the most part it does. It's used worldwide for digestive disorders like gas, appetite control, constipation. It's a good liver tonic. It helps boost your liver and give it a good boost when you're trying to do your detoxing. In some cases it's even used for cardiovascular disorders, not necessarily the root per se, but the rest of the flower. Now the good part about this is when you're doing the root and you get it all taken off, what I like to do is I like to separate it from the green because we're going to be using these parts differently. I have the root left over. You can do this outside. If you do it outside first, when you get it into your house, it's not quite so much of a mess and you're not leaving a bunch of dirt and debris in your sink, which can be quite a bit of a problem to get out. But I like to clean them up fairly good out here in rainwater or water from the hose or anything like that. When this root is dried, it contains 68% inulin. So 68% of the volume of this root, once it's dried, is inulin. If you don't know what inulin is a prebiotic, and a lot of studies have been done on it as of late into its benefits for helping people that have diabetes control their blood sugar levels. It's absorbed into your body the same way that insulin is, and it's used the same way. So that would all obviously help if you're the kind of person that has to take insulin shots. Now, by no means am I saying in any way, shape, or form that you need to stop taking your insulin so you can start taking it chicory. That's just an asinine thought. Get a hold of your doctor, talk to a homeopathic doctor, somebody who really knows their stuff, and they'll be able to better tell you how best to do that in order to manage your diabetes or other types of health conditions. Now, because the inulin is considered a prebiotic, it helps with gut health, and it means it also helps with constipation and more regular bowel movements. So if you're one of those kind of people that only goes every few days or something, which does happen, it would help you make it more of a regular thing. Hey, look, we have a really nice root there. Now, the leaves of the chicory can be kind of deceptive, and if you're not really paying attention, they look a lot like a dandelion leaf. And if the flowers are gone, you may assume that it's a dandelion, and of course it's a root like dandelion, so it would be easy to confuse if you don't really know. Dandelion tends to be more of a cone-shaped root. They tend to be heavier at the top and thin down taper at the base. As you can see with the chicory, it stays fairly consistent in its length and width. It has a chemical compound called oligofructose. Now, what oligofructose does is it decreases the levels of ghrelin. Ghrelin is really, it's a hormone that your body produces that tells you when you're full. And the downside to high fructose corn syrup is it messes up with that particular hormone. And people that eat a lot of high fructose corn syrup are never full, which is why there's so many people that have issues with weight, because they never have that feeling of fullness. They just keep eating and eating and eating, without realizing that it's the actual food that they're eating that's making them not full, or at least not feel full. Chicory can also be used as a substitute for coffee. It has a chemical compound in it that helps to alleviate that addiction feeling you get if you drink coffee and you stop cold turkey. You'll probably get that caffeine headache, that one that's right up on top of your head, and it feels like it's going to split no matter what you do. If you substitute it with chicory, it has a chemical compound in it that helps to alleviate that feeling as well, and I'll link to some studies down below so you can check and see that. As far as first aid goes, this has a lot of anti-inflammatory properties. This plant here in particular will help if you get stung or bit, or if you fall and sprain your ankle. It's really good. Now you can eat it like this, right? You can cook it up and you can cook it with your carrots. It has the same type of a consistency as a carrot does. You don't even need that to break it. They don't taste too bad if you eat them like this, and because of all the inulin in them, it would help with your diet. Easy to use. Now, typically speaking, when it comes to front yard first aid, I don't do a lot of science, but I got to reading a few things this morning that really irritated me. So if you give me a minute, I need to get this stuff processed. I'll get it processed. We'll go back to the office, and I want to show you a few things in regards to what you can believe online and what not to believe, and we'll go from there. But just stay tuned. Don't hang up. See you in a minute. All right, so we're back in the office. Now, if you use WebMD as your source of information for natural healing, it'll acknowledge that, yes, indeed, its seeds, roots, and dried above ground parts are used to make medicine. Chicory is used for liver and heart health, constipation, swelling, and other conditions, but there is no good evidence to support its use. Now, that in and of itself is an incorrect statement, because most likely chicory root was used in order to make some sort of pharmaceutical drug. Because of its benefits that it has on various parts of your body, it's pretty certain that at least one of the phytochemicals that are contained in chicory is part of some pharmaceutical cocktail somewhere. So as you can see here, I've gone ahead and I've pulled up a lot of different medical studies in regards to chicory and its benefits. It's going to talk about the ones that have helped with weight loss, the liver health, all that other stuff that WebMD has specifically said there's not enough evidence to support its use for those things. The thing about WebMD is it's owned by the American Medical Association, and they have exactly zero reasons to go ahead and recommend any type of natural healing. So this is my rant for the day. I've gone ahead and included links to all these studies down below. If you'd like, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share this video. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our great new content, and I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video today. Everybody have a great day from the Elder Herb Shop and the Herb Guy. Goodbye.
I can't forget the day we met. Your eyes so blue, me pressing through.